Hello, and welcome fellow Slither. You almost clicked off this video, didn't you? Here at Harry Potter Conspiracy, we support all houses. Now, on with the video. On that famous night in Godric's Hollow, Voldemort murdered James and Lily Potter. At the wand of Lord Voldemort, young Harry Potter was next in the Dark Lord's sights in order for him to eliminate the possibility of the prophecy becoming a reality. Voldemort inadvertently disembodied himself after his killing curse rebounded upon him, due to the protection placed upon Harry from Lily's sacrifice. Unknowing to the Dark Lord, a piece of his soul latched onto the only living thing in the room, Harry himself, unintentionally making Harry a living Horcrux. Harry had always felt a connection to Voldemort's mind, but struggled to understand why exactly that was the case. It proved a great advantage to Harry, and it was only in Book 7 that he realized that he was actually the Horcrux. With the trend of objects that contained a Horcrux being destroyed, along with the Soul Shard, Harry was convinced he had to die in order to destroy the Horcrux within him. He willingly sacrificed his life in the Dark Forest, with the knowledge that doing so would make Voldemort destroy a piece of his own soul. So, with that being said, what if Voldemort actually discovered Harry was a Horcrux? I believe it would be something that would be extremely frustrating for the Dark Lord to endure, but in all honesty, it's not something he would have ever foreseen happening. Whether Voldemort would have been aware that his soul would latch onto the closest living thing is unclear, but I really don't believe he has such a level of wisdom, especially if he underestimated the power of Lily Potter's sacrifice for her child. Now, how exactly would Voldemort deal with the fact that Harry had a piece of his soul inside him? It's sort of a lose-lose situation. Voldemort needs to destroy Harry in order to fulfill the part of the prophecy that states neither could live while the other survives. But he doesn't want to destroy a piece of himself while he does it. So, could the Dark Lord create an alternative solution? Firstly, there's no way on earth that Voldemort would want anyone to discover that Harry was a Horcrux of his creation. It would immediately make him appear vulnerable to his followers, and he could possibly hold at ransom by any challenger seeking an opportunity to overthrow his reign. For this challenger to actually have the chance to destroy a piece of Voldemort's immortality, it would be an opportunity that very few dark wizards turn down, even if it meant killing Harry Potter. Speaking of Harry Potter, this would make his life incredibly stressful and difficult, because there will be many wizards haunting Harry for the reasons I've just mentioned, which would put his life in farther danger in addition to Voldemort pursuing him, as he has been throughout the entire series. Now, it's a little different. The Dark Lord is aware that a piece of his soul resides in Harry, which makes him very uncomfortable. His arrogance would make him overlook the fact that Harry would willingly sacrifice himself, and at this point, that adds to the conflict of the other wizards hunting Harry. The difficulty wouldn't be with Harry trying to protect himself. It would be the constant battle Harry and his loved ones had, as he is the boy who lives, who wants to be the boy who sacrificed. Harry would believe this is the only way to at least weaken the Dark Lord. Furthermore, Voldemort's game completely changes here. He's not going to harm Harry. In fact, he's going to protect Harry. The definition of the word protect can be expanded upon. Voldemort is not going to stand by and act like an anti-hero to be sure Harry doesn't get harmed. The Dark Lord is a psychopathic killer with the biggest egotistical, self-centered personality you could possibly imagine. So where's the one place that no one could get to Harry? The one place Harry couldn't escape from? Well, if you're thinking of Normangard, then you're correct. The impenetrable prison created by Gellert Grindelwald himself that still houses the once great and powerful Dark Wizard. This will be Harry's home for the rest of his life, isolated in perhaps another wing of the prison, away from Grindelwald, with no way in or out. Keep in mind that Dumbledore, the only person with the knowledge on how to enter the prison, is dead at this point, as the time frame is set in Book 7. This would give Voldemort years to think about how to extract his soul shard from Harry, if even possible. Or could there be the possibility that it could happen naturally, like it did that very night in Godric's Hollow with Voldemort's soul latching onto the closest living thing in the room. Who's to say the situation couldn't be manipulated to Voldemort's advantage? Well, thank you all for watching, and I want to leave you with one final thought. What if, before Dumbledore's passing, he released Grindelwald on the condition that they fight Voldemort together? Just a thought. But thank you to all of you, and if you enjoyed, subscribe down below. Until next time, peace.